point of killing you!
In the wild world of cinema, there exists a category of films that defy conventional expectation, blurring the line between cinematic atrocity and unexpected brilliance. Basket Case is one such remarkable specimen. This low-budget horror comedy flick plunges headfirst into the realm of so bad that it's good, offering a mesmerizing blend of terrible acting, ludicrous plot twists, and a puppet-like creature that defies the laws of both biology and good taste. Yet, against all odds, Basket Case has managed to secure its place as a beloved cult classic, thanks to its sheer audacity and the inexplicable charm that arises from its unapologetic awfulness. So, today we're covering Basket Case, and you'll see how sometimes the very worst movies can break you down until you believe that they're somehow good and perfectly entertaining. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you've got a favorite so bad that it's good movie, let me know down in the comments below. Basket Case opens with Dr. Liftlander leaving his office. He hears something out in the woods, so he runs back inside, but he can hear scratching coming from all over. And when he tries to call the police, the line goes dead.
Oh God, no! No!
He grabs a gun and unloads it at shadows on the wall, but just as he thinks he's safe, he's grabbed by a disfigured hand and killed. We then cut to see our main character Dwayne as he's walking down the streets of New York with his trusty basket in hand. He stops by a hotel to get a room.
Yes, alone, by myself.
All alone in this cold, cruel world.
The clerk asks,
What's in the box?
but he gets distracted when Dwayne pulls out a wad of cash to pay for his room. A strange woman named Josephine then escorts Dwayne to his room before scuttling off.
They're trying to take my money, but they don't know where I am.
And just before he enters his room, Dwayne catches a wink from a sexy lady named Casey. After putting his things away, Dwayne whispers to his basket that they've arrived in the room. He then runs out to get some food, and when he comes back, he unlocks the basket and throws the burgers inside, and we can hear something chew, and then the basket begins to jostle itself around. As Dwayne speaks with whatever is inside the basket, we learn that he's looking for someone named Dr. Cutter, but he can't find a way to get in contact with her, so he's going to have to speak with someone named Dr. Needleman to hopefully get a phone number. The next morning, Casey knocks on Dwayne's door and introduces herself. She warns that she saw someone snooping around his room and tells him to hide any of his valuables so he doesn't get ripped off. Dwayne thanks her, but he's got bigger plans on his mind, so he grabs his basket and heads to Dr. Needleman's office. The receptionist there mistakes Dwayne for a repairman, and she does this.
I don't know anything about typewriters.
Dwayne gets an appointment with Needleman, saying that he's an old friend of the family. Inside the exam room, Needleman instructs Dwayne to take off his shirt, and when he does, Dwayne shows a large scar all over his side, and Needleman seems to recognize him. We don't see how the visit goes, but when Dwayne exits, the receptionist hits on him and asks him to go on a date. Dwayne puts the basket in the corner and begins to whisper,
It's free real estate.
before telling her that he'd love to give her a call the next day. But when she asks why they're whispering, all of a sudden Dwayne says that he doesn't want something to overhear them. We then see Dr. Needleman looking disturbed before rifling through his contacts and calling Dr. Liftlander, only to discover that he's been killed. Dwayne takes his basket to the movies, but he's really tired and he falls asleep. In that split second, a man grabs the basket and runs off. He kicks the lock off, but when he looks inside, he starts to scream, and when Dwayne runs after him, he sees the man's face has been all cut up. Showing Dr. Needleman again, we see him now call for Dr. Cutter. It seems that they were part of some strange medical procedure, but Cutter is preoccupied with her date, so she hangs up so that she can finish her dinner.
I like you drunk. You're cute when you slobber.
That night, Dwayne returns to Needleman's office after hours. He shakes the thing in the basket out and instructs him to take care of things and not forget the address book. We then hear deep breathing and see a disfigured hand as a creature enters the doctor's office. Needleman hears the door open and he goes to investigate, but he's terrified to see that the door has been pulled completely off of its hinges. He runs back to his office and tries to block himself inside, but he stops when the light in the neighboring room suddenly switches off. When he gets the lights back on, he sees a bulbous, fleshy creature with a human face just before it grabs him. The doctor is tossed around the office before the creature reaches into his stomach and ends the man's life. It grabs the address book and slips out the window and reunites with Dwayne. The next day, Dwayne tells the creature that he's going to go and case Cutter's apartment alone.
What you doing? You got a hot dog, buddy?
But he leaves the thing with a new TV to entertain itself. Dwayne runs over to the receptionist's apartment and she takes him to the Statue of Liberty for a date.
Listen, don't get mad or anything, but I really don't want to see the city. I just said that as an excuse to see you.
Dwayne's game is undeniable as the receptionist admits that she just wanted to see him too, and the two begin to smooch. From some psychic link, the basket boy seems to sense Dwayne's kiss, and he freaks out. It begins to wreck the apartment and make an all-around ruckus. The noise draws a crowd, and the complaining customers force the hotel manager to enter the room to find out what's going on. But just before he enters, the creature slips back into its basket. The manager leaves when he sees that no one's inside, but the snooping man from before sneaks inside once everything is calmed down. He grabs Dwayne's stack of cash and begins rifling through all of his things. He opens the basket and gets himself grabbed by the creature. Dwayne seems to sense the creature's bloodlust and he rushes away from his date. The hotel staff find the snooping man's body, but the creature snuck out the window without being seen. Dwayne arrives to the hotel just as the cops remove the body, but he's incredibly freaked out.
I don't want him killing you!
He runs back to his room, but is stopped by a detective.
What's in the basket?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
When they open it, the basket is empty. Dwayne has a solid alibi, so the detective leaves without many questions. As soon as they leave, the basket creature reveals that he was hiding in the toilet. Dwayne admits to the creature that he went on a date, and he apologizes for lying to it. He promises that he's not going to desert the creature, but he just wanted a little bit of alone time.
We'll always be together.
That night, Dwayne and the basket go to a bar where Dwayne sees Casey. Casey invites him to the back so that they can have a private conversation in peace.
You're a mailman? That's great!
Casey asks what's in the basket, and Dwayne giggles that it's his brother. Dwayne is really drunk, so at first Casey laughs along as if it's a joke. But then Dwayne continues saying that they were twins, but his brother was deformed and was removed from him when they were really young.
Our mother died giving birth to us. He was attached to my right side. We were the big family secret.
Dwayne passes out, and we see a flashback of his life. Dwayne and the creature's aunt was the only one who ever really loved them, as their father always blamed them for their mother's death. We see a young Dwayne with his brother hanging from his side. In the night, he hears some doctors discussing a removal of his brother, and when he sneaks down, we see doctors Liftlander, Needleman, and Cutter all talking about how they want to complete this operation. They drag Dwayne into a clean room and hit him with a sedative. They're able to remove the disfigured brother from Dwayne, but that night, he wakes up to hear his brother psychically calling for help. Also, we learned that the creature's name is Belial, so that's what we're going to be calling him from now on. Dwayne finds Belial in a garbage bag, left to die. They begin to do something, and the commotion causes their father to wake up to go investigate the noise. He finds a bladed contraption in the basement, but before he can even say a word, the contraption is loosed and cuts the father in half. Dwayne's aunt finds the two brothers hiding and takes them in as her own, and the flashback ends with them at their aunt's funeral. Casey escorts the drunk Dwayne back to his room and lays him on his bed. Curiosity gets the better of her, and she decides that it's time to open the basket, but when she does, she finds it empty. She heads back to her room and goes to bed, but we see Belial hiding beneath one of her pillows. When he touches Casey, she screams and calls for help, saying that there's something in her room and drawing quite the crowd, but the manager can't find anything in the room.
This isn't a hotel, it's a house!
The next day, Dwayne and Belial head to the office of Dr. Cutter.
She's a vet, an animal doctor.
Dwayne gets into his appointment and reveals that he's the boy that they operated on so many years ago.
What's in the basket?
Belial makes quick work of the doctor before Dwayne scoops him up into the basket and rushes off. On his way back to the hotel room, Dwayne is stopped by the receptionist from before. She's freaking out because Dr. Needleman is dead and she doesn't want to be alone. He takes her to his room, and in no time, they're smooching again. Just before they get it on, Belial pops up from the basket and begins to scream. The receptionist is freaking out, so Dwayne wraps her in a blanket and throws her out of the room. Dwayne shoves Belial back in his basket and curses him for not letting him have a relationship. That night, Belial waits until Dwayne is asleep, and then he sneaks out of the room. Dwayne has a nightmare of himself running naked through the streets. He enters the receptionist's apartment before he wakes up with a terrifying realization that the basket is empty and his dream might not have been a dream at all. The receptionist wakes up and screams when she sees Belial on top of her. Belial chokes her until she loses consciousness, and just then, Dwayne rushes in where he finds Belial. Dwayne then grabs his brother and they go back to the hotel room while he's screaming at him the entire time. But Belial doesn't take it too well.
Have you...
Wow!
The two brothers fall out of the window where they dangle from a pole until Belial loses his grip and they both fall to their deaths. As a crowd gathers around the two dead brothers, the credits roll, and that is where this insane movie ends. In the realm of cult cinema, there are few gems as gloriously absurd and entertaining as Basket Case. It's so bad that its good status is well earned, with an insane plot twist that defies all expectations, a series of over-the-top and fun kills, a bizarre creature design, and, of course, that unforgettable scream that will echo throughout the ages. In the end, it's precisely this blend of rapidly silly insanity and sheer audacity that won me over completely. Despite its flaws and eccentricities, Basket Case has secured a special place in my heart as a film that revels in its own delirious madness, and I can't help but confess my genuine affection for this wonderfully unhinged movie. It's a testament to the enduring power of cult cinema to defy conventional standards and leave an unforgettable mark on those who dare to venture into its wacky world. Thank you so much for watching this breakdown and review of Basket Case. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you've got a movie like this that you'd like me to watch and review, then put that down in the comments below. But until next time, you all stay safe out there, and happy watching. Bye-bye!
Over here, I'm a boglin. Me and my buddies need a place to hide out. Come a little closer. Oh, did I scare you? Oh, I do that so well. If you take us home, we'll kiss your Aunt Martha. We'll eat your peas. And we hope you know lots of girls.